Here's the truth, almost no one's moving to St. Louis City anymore. In 1950, the city has lost 500,000 of its residents. Meanwhile, the surrounding county and suburbs have exploded, offering families cost of living savings from top-rated schools and safe, vibrant communities. And in this video, I'll break down why, and most important, what it means for your next move. We're going to be covering the top 5 reasons buyers are choosing the suburbs and the county over the city, and what main drawbacks to look out for, as well the top suburbs that are attracting the most buyers and why. Let's get into it. Declining city, booming county. St. Louis City's population has dropped steadily over the past decades and now sits at about 290,000. While St. Louis County, on the other hand, is at 1 million plus and still growing. Suburbs like St. Charles County is one of Missouri's fastest growing areas. Why it matters. City versus county isn't just based on where you live. Things can change from your taxes, to school, or services like your police or fire stations just by being a few miles apart. Crime rate is much higher. When you see the headline saying St. Louis is dangerous, that is on the stats of the city only. Let me explain. Most counties and suburbs just 20 minutes away from the city are much safer, with numerous St. Louis suburbs ranking among the safest for US towns. Just a tip, always make sure to check the city's crime rate map and on your specific neighborhood. I'll link that in the description below. Schools and education. Public schools in most of these cities' neighborhoods rank low in safety and in test scores. And that's why many city families pay up to $10,000 to $20,000 per child for private schooling, while the best rated public schooling in the county and St. Charles County offer better education for free. Districts like Rockwood, Parkway, or Ladue are top draws for relocating families. And that's why choosing the right area up front can make a huge impact, not just on your budget, but on your whole family's day-to-day life. It can feel overwhelming to sort through all of the districts and match them throughout your family's needs. And that's why my team and I help people just like you buy, sell, and relocate throughout Missouri. If you're thinking about moving for a better school or a safer neighborhood, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, whether if it's in 1 month or 1 year, as I would love to make your next move to St. Louis as smooth as possible. Now let's dive into one of the biggest lifestyle perks, the differences in homes, parks, and community feel you'll find out here. For the city, roughly 60% of homes were built in 1936 or earlier. But on the other hand, the county and suburban homes are typically newer, on bigger lots, and more modern communities. Suburbs feature more green space, parks, and amenities for families, whereas on the other hand, the city, except for Forest Park, offers fewer parks and less space per home. Neighborhoods like Ballwin, Chesterfield, and O'Fallon offer a blend of new housing, established communities, and everyday better lifestyle amenities, affordability, and cost of living. Like I mentioned, the city's housing is often older and sometimes requiring some costly repairs, while the county, on the other hand, in St. Charles County, are offering new construction and more value for your dollar. Property taxes in the county are usually lower, and no city earning tax outside of the St. Louis proper. Suburban life lets you buy more home for the same budget, enjoy lower crime rates, better amenities, just being a short drive outside the city, so if you ever wanted to catch like the ball game, you can still do so. Nationwide, St. Louis County and St. Charles County are known for their affordability and rising home prices. Now, before we get into the top suburbs and where everyone's moving to, I'm going to give you my honest drawbacks and cons. The city retains advantages for those who love walkability, more nightlife activities, and historic neighborhoods, as St. Louis is definitely car dependent, or at least the entire more suburb area is more car dependent. We do not have, world-class transit systems, and that's definitely something you need to keep note of. So if you don't want to drive, some suburbs may feel isolating. Some suburbs, especially in the St. Louis County area, like I mentioned, in like Ballwin or Chesterfield, these are great places with highly rated schools, but the budget for these, due to its proximity to the city, can definitely more skyrocket or be a lot more higher and less space or yardage per home. Ballwin and Chesterfield offer prestige, top rated, and stability in their schools. Kirkwood, Ladue, and Clayton offer historic charm with brick homes, mansions, and top-rated schools and park, with a convenient location of being away from the city, but at a much higher price tag. Last but not least, Wentzville, O'Fallon, and St. Peters, known as St. Charles County, has its fast growth, affordability, top new developments, and the family-friendly amenities and top-rated schools. So if you're still trying to decide on which is the right suburb for you and your family, whether if it's in 9 days or 9 months, feel free to give me a call, shoot me a text, email, and I'd love to help make your move to St. Louis as smooth as possible. With all that being said, I hope to see you around town.